Audio Jungle.
Porous high school student stabbed reportedly over $200. A 16-year-old Porous high school student has been hospitalized after he was stabbed allegedly by his schoolmate during an altercation on the school grounds on Wednesday afternoon. Preliminary reports from the police are that sometime before 5 p.m., the teenager was on the school compound when he and another student had an argument reportedly over $200. The argument escalated into a physical confrontation when one student pushed the other, and a ratchet knife was used to stab the schoolboy in his side. He was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital, where he has since been stabilized by doctors and admitted. Trelawney cops seeking vendor who used knife to slash two high school students. The Falmouth police are seeking a cotton candy vendor who fled the scene after allegedly slashing two male Holland High School students with a knife during an altercation on Wednesday afternoon. Preliminary reports are that about 4 p.m. the two students were on their way home when the incident between them and the vendors occurred under the overpass bridge on the Marterbury to Falmouth roadway. A knife was brought into play and the students were wounded. The knife wielders reportedly fled the scene before the police arrived. The students were taken to hospital where they were expected to be treated and released. Woman dead after 6 shots in Cassava P. St. Andrew. 6 people were shot, one fatally, in a gun attack at a shop in Cassava P. St. Andrew on Wednesday night. It is understood that around 7:30 p.m., people were gathered at a shop in the lane in a community when gunmen alighted from a vehicle and opened fire at the gathering before escaping. After the shooting, 6 people were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital, where one of the victims, a female, said to be a shopkeeper, was pronounced dead. More information will be provided when it becomes available. JLP members continue to defend integrity of Prime Minister Holness following report on statutory declarations. Members of the Jamaica Labour Party continue to defend the integrity of Prime Minister Andrew Holness, even as he has taken his issue with the Integrity Commission's report on the statutory declarations to the Supreme Court. In his State of the Constituency debate in the lower house, Member of Parliament for St. Catherine South Eastern, Robert Miller, paid a glowing tribute to the Prime Minister while noting their long history from young boys growing up in Spanish Town to serving as MPs. Mr. Miller claimed that Prime Minister Holness is the subject of a targeted campaign to smear his name. He further alleged the smear campaign due to classism. Mr. Miller said Mr. Holness had led Jamaica well for 8 years despite several global crises.
No effort, no orchestrated social media campaign can bring down our Prime Minister, who is a man of integrity, who has worked hard to where he is in life, both as a businessman and self-made man and Prime Minister of Jamaica. He has worked hard and fairly to improve himself and his family. And for the past 8 years, he has been leading Jamaica with distinction. And despite multiple global impactful challenges, including COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Europe, it is a testament of the resilience and skill of the Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the government of Jamaica.
Area 5 police to ramp up anti-theft measures to address motor vehicle theft. The Area 5 police will be stepping up anti-theft measures in a bid to thwart the larceny of motor vehicles. Commanding officer for the area, Acting Assistant Commissioner Christopher Phillips said since 2022, over 400 vehicles have been reported stolen across the St. Catherine North and South, St. Andrew North and St. Thomas divisions. ACP Phillips says St. Andrew North has been deemed a hotspot for stolen vehicles.
A team was assigned, and I'm aware they have some good insights so far and have completed that internal assessment on this crisis. So, total number of vehicles stolen from 2022 to 2024 at the end of August, I'm seeing 444 And for this year alone, 145 across the area. Now you can go ahead and put an estimated value on those numbers and just cap it at 4 mil per vehicle. At least you'll get an idea of what we're dealing with. I have already declared St. Andrew North as perhaps the hotspot on stolen motor vehicles based on the data. I will not delve into it any further because we really intend to treat with this issue exclusively and to share some of our findings at another engagement. But just to let you all know, we need to ramp up security as it relates to the safety of the security of those vehicles.
Matthew Samuda sworn in as Member of Parliament for St. and North Eastern. Jamaica's newest Member of Parliament, Matthew Peter Samuda, representing the constituency of St. and North Eastern, was sworn in at Garden House on Tuesday afternoon. Samuda took the oath of allegiance about 2:11 p.m. After being welcomed to the House of Representatives by the leader of the government business, Edmund Bartlett, and leader of opposition business, Philip Powell, Samuda committed to working hard for the people of the constituency. He also thanked Marsha Simit, who represented the constituency until her resignation last month, facilitated the September 30 by-election, which Samuda won to the seat in the country's legislature. He previously represented the governing Jamaica Labour Party in the Senate. Wholeness commits resources to restore peace in Manchester amid rise in murders. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said he will be engaging security leaders to ensure lottery scamming is uprooted in Manchester following recent crimes there, including murders linked to the lucrative illicit scheme. I will be having discussions with the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security to ensure that this emerging problem of lottery scamming doesn't gain any root and become a significant challenge here, Holness said on Wednesday during an update from the Manchester Police. Holness comments follows his questioning of the head of the Manchester Police Deputy Superintendent, Kerry Duncan, as to the motive behind recent murders in the parish. So, we have been hearing about the challenges that the parish of Manchester and Mandeville in particular is facing with an upsurge in violence. There was a shooting last week with 2 persons that were killed, and before that there were other shootings. What is happening? What is contributing to this upsurge, he asked. DSP Duncan, in response, said the Manchester Division is seeing a 16% reduction in major crimes. Murders, breaking, shooting, larceny, aggravated assault, we are down generally. However, sir, we don't take comfort in that, because my view is that the most important thing is life, and life in itself, and we're seeing an uptick where murders are concerned, he noted. Duncan reiterated that criminals overseas and linked to scamming are fueling the increase in murders in the parish. These murders we attribute to interpersonal situations, with persons being influenced from as far as Costa Rica and the United States of America. These are persons who are influencing what has happened in our space. The interpersonal nature is that we find persons who have conflict with each other are going around the park to extract revenge, he noted. These are persons who know each other and are from as far as Westmoreland and Trelawney, who engage in illicit lottery scamming activities, and because they were once friends, now we are seeing the fallout because of this policy, he added. Duncan said the police are clamping down on lottery scammers. We have engaged our lottery scamming task force, and we have made several arrests and several significant seizures in terms of high-end motor vehicles. That is where we are heading, he noted. In terms of getting the criminal offenders, we have embarked on several strategies, including targeted operations and roadblock activities, he said, while pointing to a clear-up rate of 78%. Holness said Mandeville is often regarded to be a peaceful parish. He said recent murders are worrying to citizens. What I know about the Mandeville space, and I do spend a lot of time reviewing statistics from the parish, as it comes closer to Christmas, we usually see an uptake. The nature of the space is changing because, as you have said, there is an introduction of outside influences, and there seems to be quite a bit of activity around lottery scamming. I am happy to hear that you are mobilizing other resources, including your lottery scamming task force and your strategic interventions. Those should have an impact, he noted. Mandeville is generally regarded as a peaceful place with strong communities, and so, when we see these kinds play out in the general population of Mandeville and wider Manchester, it gets worrying. because it speaks to almost a change in the character of the parish. People don't want to see their piece of character of the parish, and especially the town of Mandeville, change, and so I'm encouraging you to put in as much effort and resources, he added. DSP Duncan told Holness that the Manchester Police is focused on Operation Restore. We are on the road to recovery, he noted. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.